What's up?
Skype it down then.
I just started another stream event.
Is it working?
Check it.
Hang on. I see it on the thing. It's really weird.
Yeah, you're on stream right now, I think. So. Contact me through Steam.
Hang on. I see it on the thing.
Okay.
It's really weird.
It's working. It's working. Okay. Well, that's a relief. Sorry about switching to different videos. Just, where's my playlist? Which is crazy. Okay. I'm going to minimize this, and I'm going to maximize the game. We're gonna choose a server here. Alright, I'm gonna jump into some single player, on a matter of fact, before we do this. But welcome to the stream. Basically today we're gonna be talking with some Black Mesa developers. If you have any questions for them, prepare them, because we'll be taking questions. I think Black Mesa just crashed right now. Whoops. Okay. That's better. Just make sure the gameplay's going smooth. But yeah, I think we have liftoff. Let's head on over into single player while we wait for the devs to come in.
Morning, Mr. Freeman. Looks like you're running.
Just checking. We got audio, right? Yeah, of course.
Late.
All right. Just getting everything set up now. Alright.
You know, Barney's been pretty scarce around these parts. Guess his bar tab must have finally caught up with him.
So we're waiting for the devs to come in.
Say hi to the
Hey, Mr. Freeman. I had a bunch of messages for you, but we had a system crash about, I don't know, 20 minutes ago, and I'm still trying to...
Good morning, Dr. Freeman. Weren't you supposed to be in the test chamber half an hour ago? There was a coolant you're living in the past. That experiment is single-handedly responsible.
Alright, let's just do what we came here to do.
Morning, champ.
Hello?
What the hell?
Okay, let's go see Murphy's monitor texture.
It shows how far our field has come since the original study was published, to say nothing of the modern perspective necessary to
If the tilting is a problem, it was in the original Half-Life, not the Steam version, the wand version.
I'm not smug. Nothing like the morning of a big test.
But I won't do it as much.
I can't remember the last time I've seen the lab abuzz with such excitement.
Get away from there,
Quite
Freeman.
invigorating.
I'm expecting an important message.
Alright. I'm gonna fire up some random multiplayer server so we can just start playing. Because I gotta deal with some stuff, but... Oh, not that one. That's empty. I just gotta deal with some stuff while we... wait. People play original Half-Life multiplayer every day. There's always a crossfire server going on. Alright. So we're off to a real good start here. Oh! We got the jump over. Oh no! Oy vey.
remaining.
Oh no! be starting shortly officially. I'm just messing around. Yeah, if you follow the old link, you can close it now because there are some technical difficulties with that streaming feature, but this one's fine. Today we're going to be chatting with devs and then giving away 10 copies of Black Mesa through some trivia questions. So, if you know your Half-Life trivia and you can answer it fairly quickly, then you will get a copy. The questions are okay. They're hard, but they're not like so hard they have to be like, you know, see, they're not too hard. That's what I'm trying to say. But there are some easy ones. There, we'll fix that. Yeah, I got the chat in my other computer over here. So. How long will the stream last? Until we've given away every key. How about that? So. Right now we're just waiting for the devs to come in, and then I'll stop getting my butt handed to me. I can just spectate and then monitor the chat. But give me a moment here. I'll throw on some musics as we get the developers on live. No, nobody who has the game can enter in the live stream. That would be completely unfair. Let's see. Zombie. Yeah, questions when the devs come in. Oy, oy, oy. Alright. Give me a moment. And then...
Just making sure that my mic still works here.
Okay. You guys in? Everybody here?
So we can't get into your server. It's full.
Okay. Let me get out of here. I was getting my ass kicked anyway, so I don't really care. I'm getting some...
And Alex, you're reverbing, so you might want to
Yeah, somebody's reverbing.
I'm myself now.
Okay.
That's better.
Alright, yeah. So, again, in case you just joined us, we're here with the Black Mesa devs, or some of them at least. We will be giving away 10 free copies of the game, with some trivia questions. But in the meantime, we'll be playing some Black Mesa Deathmatch on Crossfire? Yes? Yeah. And you can feel free to ask any questions about the game that you want. Everybody just wants to take a moment to introduce themselves.
Chris, why don't you start?
Sure. Okay. Hi, I'm Chris Horn. I'm the lead level designer on Black Mesa. I'm also a game designer doing Zen and various other things, and Crossfire and
Zen.
whatever. Zen.
Zen.
Let's
We don't talk about Zen, Chris.
Don't talk
Stop
about
it.
that.
Zen. Zen.
You're fired.
Carry on.
So yeah, John.
I'm Jonathan Welsh. I'm a level designer on Black Mesa.
I'm Minion.
Minion. Bug fixer
I
extraordinaire.
figured we just start with seniority.
Well, that puts Adam right down the list.
Oh.
Oh.
I'll go ahead then. I'm Adam, the art lead and also the project lead.
My name is Kevin Sisk. I am a senior developer, but I was brought on initially to be the voice of the security guard.
You're also very overmodulated, Kevin, so if you want to turn your
you
mic down
kind of
just a
loud.
bit. But
Told
glad
you
to have
loud.
you.
Also, High Star.
So.
And
See in the comments.
I'm Joe Reddick. I'm a level designer, community manager, and I don't know, whatever. I do community stuff too, mostly. I'm the host of the test chamber.
Right.
So that's about it.
Those are the devs. If you have any questions for them, feel free, again, to ask them in chat. We'll be answering them as we play Crossfire. I'm trying to find a empty San Fran server.
Do we have a San Fran Crossfire server?
Yeah, I thought I saw
We
one.
do have a server.
God bless you, Hubie.
Oh, there's one.
Oh, I forgot to introduce myself. I'm Jeff. Video editor.
Hi, Jeff.
Whatever.
Hi, Jeff.
I do a lot of stuff for LambdaGeneration, basically. I'm the sort of host. Yeah, I'm the host of the stream. No one else is coming on, unless Alex wants to come on and
I'll say hi.
have more people's audio come through. Hi, Alex. So
He
again,
was there. Alex was there for a second.
I think he's still here, and he's the audio is pouring out through his end, so that's no bueno.
So.
All right, I'm gonna load.
That was my chair.
I found a San Fran server, but I'm just kind of sitting in it. I don't know if anyone else is here.
All right, let me take a look.
Let me see if I got that same server.
San Fran. It is.
I'll probably just.
Oh no, this isn't.
Watch you all.
I'm in a San Fran server, but though it's telling me the map is stack. And it says Crossfire, but it says it's stack. I'm not sure what's up with that.
I have no idea.
Yeah. So.
Let's see.
Crossfire. It's
Someone
a
just
fantastic
Fine
map.
for me.
Oh, okay. So one person's followed me, but I don't know if that's right.
I'm in a map with someone called Turret Cube.
That's the one that I was in.
Yeah.
So I don't know if that's.
It's Crossfire.
Was
Yeah,
that the full one?
It
No,
says
I've seen
DM
the
stack,
one.
but it is Crossfire that I'm floating around. So
Yay.
Kevin's just joined it. So.
I'm just gonna try
I'm
you
in.
guys.
I will try my best to not suck at this game
Right.
because I'm a
Send me
voice
the
actor.
send me the server IP through Skype, and then I'm gonna cover up my screen real quick while you do that. 'Cause that'll be better.
You saw nothing.
Of course, like a noob, I'm just gonna run for the button. So
Yep, I'm watching you.
Well, here's an interesting question. Do you play as the character you voice in a multiplayer, Kevin?
sometimes sometimes I just do the HEB scientist, but I'm a little bit biased toward that because I actually did the new model arms for the HEB.
Ooh, they're nice.
Yeah. If
it helps, I use the HEB.
Yeah, I sort of started as the voice actor and then sort of started stretching out into other departments and just kind of through sheer curiosity tried to figure out how things worked. So, and eventually I managed to model a couple things along the way. One of which being the HEB model that you see in single player that you pick up in the container. Someone has hit the alarm.
I need to get you the IP here. 1 sec.
Yeah. How many iterations has that HEV suit gone through? Because I've seen I remember the old back in the early thousands older
so
renders.
many iterations.
Oh yeah, the funny thing is, like in the beginning, I believe they were just we were just reskinning the original
Half-Life
Half-Life 2. Yeah, and then eventually Carlos Montero,
It was about 2007 we started talking about maybe we shouldn't be using the Half-Life 2 one, and I think it was about 2008 when we actually kicked into one and it had chiseled butt cheeks. It was amazing.
Yeah.
That was a bit too much. It was a bit too much though. You could cut glass with them. There's the bomber.
I think our favorite phrase on that was like "ass cut diamonds." Or whatever.
Yes.
Yeah. Something on the 404 page.
That was a 404 screen.
Mm-hmm. Well, eventually they got remodeled again by me because I wanted to have a version of the HEV suit that was sort of continuity-wise led into Half-Life 2. Because there's like a thing that Kleiner says, like, please, Gordon, I'm eager to see you in your old suit. So it's like, okay, well. But I also added a little bit of Mark IV features to the suit so it could kind of look like a Mark IV, but there's only so much you could do with that Mark V design.
Something old and something new.
Yeah, kind of.
Couldn't
Something
make it blue.
borrowed, something a little bit, not really a shade of blue.
The opposite of it on the color spectrum.
Contrasting colors.
Whoop. All right, here I am on Crossfire. I hope.
I see you. You're there. We're good.
Yeah. All right, so I'm gonna get owned.
Oh, I got killed by a turret cube. Good job.
Here's a question: is the pizza mystery arc solved? And what are you guys' favorite pizza toppings?
Has it been solved? Not even the slightest. I started writing the Pizza Code mystery years ago, like 2006. I started it, and then it grew more than just the Easter eggs we put in Questionable Ethics. And then it's still not been solved. There have been clues that would lead them to solving the latest bit, but they've not found them yet. So.
Are there going to be any more clues that say like the Zen rules, or
the general gist is that if you get to the point where we've got Zen out, then the puzzle will get a lot easier to solve suddenly, so people can carry on with it. But the idea is that the Pizza Code mystery will include in Zen. That's the idea of the story. That's the story. But the people are writing the story as they go along, reading it. So quite a lot of it is community driven in itself, whether they realise it. Now, obviously, they do realise that they're writing it. But that's the secret to a good ARG, is to make sure that the people who are playing it feel part of it. So
I think that's pretty evident with the Winter Sail ARG as well.
Yeah, I haven't really noticed too much about the Winter Sail. We were chatting about that earlier, about how disappointed there's no flash sales this year. That's Valve's decision, not ours. It'd be more interesting because I get up every day and go, "Ooh, I wonder what's on sale today." But ARGs are usually quite interesting, but they can take a lot of your time up. So.
Right. Let's see. Here's some good questions. Let's see.
We have I'm trying to keep track of them, but I don't want to be like, oh, that's a good one, we should answer it. But there's a lot of very good questions going around.
Lehman has a question that I believe I can answer. I know that you guys tried to get in contact with Michael Sharpio to do the G-Man voice, but I believe it's Kevin Sis who did it, right?
Yep. I did some recordings for the G-Man. I can confirm that.
That we were very excited to hear.
I will say that's a very difficult voice to do.
I would imagine.
And you've gotten better at it.
Yeah,
Yes, I have.
I think
God help me if I got
the
worse.
gist of that question was they'd like you to do an impression of the G-Man now, Kevin.
Somebody said that they would like you to say, "Rise and strive, rise and shine." Live stream, rise and shine.
I don't know if I can. I don't know
You
if I
can
can
add
do
the
that.
reverb if you want, Kevin. That'll cover up most of how bad.
Would that be a spoiler?
The only one I can definitely say that I can't screw up is this one. It's time to choose.
Nice.
Because if you can't do that one line, then why even bother?
Here's a
But no,
question.
seriously, you should have heard the first version of it. It was like good dreaming in your bed. At least that's what it sounds like when I play it back. I'm like, good God, kill me now.
Yeah, it reminded me of that cartoon dog.
It has gotten better though. I've only been on the team for a year and a half, and hearing the first version back when I first joined, and then hearing you, I think it was like a couple weeks ago, we were talking about it, and you were like, "Yeah, so this is what it sounds like now," and I was like, "That's a great improvement right there."
Yeah, it just practice makes perfect.
People in the chat seem to love it. I do wonder, I know that lady, Merle Dandridge, has been very vocal about playing Alex Vance. She's done a bunch of interviews and stuff, but there's never really been There should be kind of inside the actor's studio for the Half-Life 2 cast, I think.
Yeah, that would be pretty cool.
I'll write that down as something to consider.
Oh! I just killed this one guy and I picked up a gluon gun, which incidentally I modeled as well.
The Glown.
Wow.
The gluon.
That was the one that just came out in the Crossfire update.
Yeah.
Yes. I hope everyone's enjoying the map and how it looks.
I'm getting dominated.
Feeling proud of yourself there, Chris?
Somebody's asking in the chat, can you use the
Are you
Source
saying,
SDK?
should I self-promote myself on the map? Yes, Kevin, I'm very happy.
Oh.
Black Mesa does come with
I am very happy with it. It does need a few optimizations here and there, quite a lot of them in code optimizations. So if you get any sort of lag, frame rate stuff, then that is currently being addressed.
We know about it.
It's
telling us.
I'm at 36 ping,
Please
man.
stop telling us about the net lag and stuff like that. It's a little bit of code, a little bit here, a little bit there, a little bit of optimization that we do. We know about it. We know what needs to be done. But I'd say the map itself, we're going to do another art pass on it because some of the things we're still not 100% happy with. But that's because we're constantly just perfectionists, which is both a terrible thing and a great thing as well, I think. But,
Yeah, it's a double-edged sword. I know something about that.
It's a blessing and a curse.
Yeah. So there's a few things which need to be looked at, and a few things which I'm not personally happy with, but you know it's still a progressive thing. That's what early access is all about.
Right.
It's best if people start playing a map as soon as we've got it to a stage where we're happy for people to play, obviously. So that way we can find these issues and it ends up with a much better product in the end, which of course is the whole purpose of being on early access in the first place. We're not on early access just for the, just because it's great fun to be on early access. It's really easy. But yeah, it's nice to see people playing it. You get a good idea of where people think it's too dark, where people think it's laggy.
Yeah.
Oh.
The God Rays seem to help, though. Those are cool.
Yep, that's actually one of the areas we've got to optimise. So they're very new.
The God Rays are fine now.
Yeah, the God Rays look fine, but there's a couple of bits which we need to just fix up on the technical side of it. So if you get a lot of lag, then we're going to. If, for example, you're on a slightly lower end system, you literally cannot handle the God Rays. We will have an option to turn those off. So it's not like
it's actually just been completed. That, as well as the dynamic lights for the muzzle flashes and a couple of other optimization passes. So as soon as we get that deployed, everybody will have those fixes in.
Here's the dev.
Despite what some people might.
There's a patch coming out
Okay.
soon, and by soon I mean very. Unless
despite what some people might think, we do read comments. We do look at bugs which are being put out by the public, and we do take note of them and fix them. When we usually prioritise the really important ones, and then smaller things like smoothing groups on hands and things like that, we tend to put those away a little bit further to the back.
Right. Here's a question from the chat. What kind of licensing did you guys like? Did you guys pay Havoc fees to license Source Engine? I know you did, right?
We don't think we can talk about any of our license agreement.
We can't talk about that now.
Yeah,
Sorry.
There's people asking about Zen.
That's part of a non-disclosure agreement which you signed with Valve concerning business transactions. We'd tell you if we could, but we can't.
Right. And this is the 2007 version of the engine, right?
No,
Modified.
It's a modified version of 2009 engine.
Okay.
specifically, it's the Dan said
TF.
It's the TF2 version. We lovingly call it the Franken engine because
it really
I was about to say that. We call it the Frankenstein engine because we kind of.
To be honest, it's more our engine now with a number of changes we've done than it is TF2. It's had so many iterations, different code, AI rewritten, various other things rewritten, spawn code rewritten. It's it's quite different.
We are all students in the world of game making.
Yes.
We learn as we go.
Will there be any more achievements added? Says Ryan.
I believe there are plans.
Yeah, that's something we were really
does he
excited
mean
about.
in single player, or does he mean in Zen or multiplayer achievements? Because it's like 3 different areas we work on.
I think the answer is still yes. They're all being planned.
Yeah.
Now,
If-
I mean,
if
specifically when.
If Zen, yes. Single player, possibly. Multiplayer, probably. When, not sure. Not an enormously high priority thing for new achievements, but we'll certainly be looking into it.
I would say it's low on the list.
It's there though, and if anyone, and this is coming from me, if anyone has suggestions for like crazy super zany achievements that they think would be cool, let us know. Like I know we've been trying to think of really fun achievements, so if you guys have ideas of like, oh man, it'd be great if you had to do X, Y, and Z things, let us know and we'll see.
I mean,
I
I've
think
promise.
the scientist and guard one from Office Complex is up there. The army.
I think there was another one of like find all the birds.
I've been writing Zen now for quite some time, and that's definitely got some really interesting ones, which I think people enjoy. So that'll be good.
Here's another question from the chat. Oh man, I like I'm right at the bottom there.
Like right in the middle.
I don't know where I am.
So
Not where I expected to be.
Any plans to port it to OS 10?
Ooh,
I know.
That's a tricky one.
I was kind of afraid of asking that, but it is there.
Yeah, it's definitely on our roadmap, but it's one of those things that you could go down and realize you can't do it for a number of reasons. So we can't commit to it, but it's something we really want to pursue because we think there's a big demand for that on that OS.
One of the things we often come into when looking at things like porting to Mac, porting to Linux, is you have various limitations, such as shader models, which work with certain things but don't with others. For example, Linux, we would love to port to Linux. It's certainly something we're looking at potentially doing. But again, it means that there are certain features we'd like to do which will work pretty much only on the Windows version of it. And that can be quite tricky to then weigh up. Do we want it to look really spectacular, or do we want people to have the accessibility of a Linux operating system? I think we'd probably prefer to have the Linux operating system, but that's why at the moment we can't commit to anything, but we're certainly looking at it.
Yeah, I know that it's not as easy as just, because obviously Half-Life 2 is on OS 10 and Linux, but it's not as easy as just flipping the switch.
Yeah.
So.
Also, I've just noticed a floating bush on this map. I'm disappointed. I'll fix that right now.
I've actually noticed a couple of bugs.
Does that mean you're going to fire Jordan?
I'll talk about them later.
I've been triggered by this. It's intensifying.
Have you noticed the rock bridge? There's a vert that's.
Let's not point out all the bugs in the map now, John. People
Where are the boats? This texture is misaligned.
This is the trouble. When John and I get into a map, because we mostly do bug fixing on single player, but when we get into multiplayer map and we see bugs, we want to fix them instantly. We get really itchy. It's like an itch you have to scratch, and then you end up bug fixing all night as a result. Now I've got a bush which I need to fix. It's also clipping into the rock, which is very disappointing, and now I'm even more triggered.
It's not a happy little bush right now.
No, it's not. It's going to be deleted, I think.
It's a very confusing bush.
And I'll just be our little secret.
I shall chastise the person responsible for it briefly.
How dare you have a floating bush?
Yes.
Yeah, Chris Horn's like the godfather of mapping or whatever.
Someone's asking.
I have been doing up.
He's about, as we joke around, he's about 3 days older than God.
That's just me.
Someone's asking when the giveaway is going to start. I think, if you guys don't mind, I'll just leave it spectating on this match.
Actually, I object.
Yeah, I object.
Pants on, people.
Alright guys, no giveaway today. Come back tomorrow.
Kevin's not even used his reverb yet. You can't just give it away.
Alright, fine.
Time for a giveaway.
Keep your pants on.
Oh, he didn't reverb.
It didn't work.
It didn't reverb. Alright, how about this? Keep your pants on.
There you
That's
go.
better.
Oh.
That's my trick of the day.
Ugh.
Okay. So let me load up my little questions here. Ah! Okay.
Came back to a guy crouching in the air. What
As long as we don't have to ask any questions or trivia about it, I have no idea about anything to do with Half-Life.
No, and I have to read something just to
idea.
absolve us of any legal mumbo jumbo.
Oh look, somebody asked a question about the shotgun we're not allowed to talk about. I think it looks like a shotgun. No, I'm from the UK, so as far as I'm concerned, it looks like a shotgun. We're not even allowed to have kitchen knives in the UK, so it looks like a shotgun. But
Yeah, we just have kitchen sinks we throw at each other.
yeah.
Okay, so
Oh, no.
let me just read this. So, we will be putting up some trivia questions on the stream. We're doing a block of 5, and then we'll go back to some more gameplay, and then we'll do another block of 5. When we ask the question, we'll put the question on screen, and then there'll be a 15-second pause. Okay? The first person to correctly answer... the first person to post something... These are tricky. Basically...
The first person to post the correct answer, I think. Is that what you're trying to say?
No. It's
never mind,
weird.
ignore it.
It's weird. Okay, so... It's not the first person who posts the answer. We're going to ask you to post the answers. We'll put the answer up on screen, but anybody who posts it, we're not going to take that answer until after we say, please post the answers in chat. There are 10 copies to go away, only 1 prize per entrant. You'll need a YouTube account to enter so we can contact you after the stream with your key. Full giveaway rules can be found in the description box below. By entering, you agree to these rules. So, let's begin with the first question.
Oh.
What was surface tension originally called during Half-Life 1's development? And then...
No, Chris, you can't answer right
We'll
now.
wait a second.
But I could get a free copy. Oh, hang on.
Alright, it's on. I gotta say, this one's kind of a bit tricky because I'm not seeing anybody getting it first.
What a hell of a question to start with.
Oop, somebody got it. Aroni answered Cliffhanger, which was the original development title shown at E3 of Surface Tension.
Yeah.
And now you know.
Where's my music? Oh, here we go. Okay.
Also, Paul, we don't have potatoes in the UK. Not after the famine.
Taters.
Taters.
Potato.
Is everybody
Potatoes.
is everybody ready for question 2? I'm talking about the chat.
Yes.
So, question 2. When did the mod version of Black Mesa come out?
Which one?
What does it say? Which?
Which one?
Not the leaky illegal one.
All right, that's right. Okay, fine.
So you're asking for the official release?
Yes, the one with the countdown and whatnot. The one that Valve Time gave a great review of. People are answering in the chat, and I have not. I have not given the go-ahead to answer.
This makes me wonder, do we have a wiki page?
We did.
Huh? I've never
Really
looked at
saying that we did.
We had an extensive wiki once.
do we have a wiki page?
Oh boy, here it comes. Let's see.
Black
I think
Mesa.
it's important that Black Mesa never comes out when you expect it to. It's
Oh,
one of those surprise
yeah.
things.
Well, like this Spanish Inquisition.
Yes. you never
Jaspion was the
expect-
first one to. Jaspion 88 was the first one to answer it. The answer is September 14th, 2012.
It was actually a myth, I believe, that Spanish Inquisition. They would always inform you before they arrived.
Yes. Well, we told people it was coming out, and then we crashed the internet. So
Yes. As is the way.
I think I was in school when that happened, and I didn't get to see any of it. So.
you were in school. Oh, now I feel really old.
Yeah.
All right.
I mean, I started work on Black Mesa in 1973.
Just a heads up, we're don't post the answer immediately in chat. Wait for us to give the go answer, and then go nuts.
Be suspicious of the ones who post the answers to the next question you haven't asked yet as well, because suspicious.
I feel like the God Rays could be much stronger in this map.
Okay.
Don't
Question
mind
3. What was Half-Life called before it was called Half-Life during development?
I moved the ones from. I think I used Chopper, and this one uses the exact same ones. I didn't want to make them too strong when I put it in. Actually, does this even have God Rays?
Yeah, it does.
It does, yeah.
Oh, okay. Because you can.
If you look at the sun,
yeah,
you can see rays.
Crowbar got it.
You know,
Get these guys chalk and shop
The
while in
answer
the stream.
is
I think we should
I can't help it.
God rays because it's not very inclusive. We call them crepuscular rays.
some people are saying
Big man in the Sky
Prospero.
Rays.
They're wrong.
Oh. Yeah, we're totally distracting you during this. We're sorry.
I'm doing like 15 things, so if you guys want to talk over.
There's a scientist hiding with a satchel bomb at the top of this ladder. I just thought I'd point that out to anyone playing the map. Just ruin their plan to kill everyone.
This is usually how most of our Skype calls go. We'll start talking about
It's
stuff, and then all of a sudden be like, "Oh, you know, we probably should have fixed that."
But what about the part where you make the game?
That part's boring.
Right where we make the game.
Alright, I gotta do question 4.
Wait, are we using a Half-Life 2 texture down here? That's
Where are you
disgraceful.
looking at?
The bottom.
Yeah,
Can't
basically
see the
the-
bottom.
Oh wow.
Yeah, they've got the toxic sludge texture down.
Question 4. What state is the Black Mesa Research Facility located in?
Ooh, I know that one.
New York.
Wisconsin.
Is it the moon? Is it the moon? But it's the moon.
Tijuana.
It can't be the moon. That was faked. They faked the moon.
Jokes on
That's
you.
just what they
it's
want you to
actually
think.
I
northwest,
bet most people don't
Chicago.
realise the moon is actually just a particle effect.
Username Little Robbie Drucky got the correct answer. It is New Mexico.
As somebody who is
What's wrong with
who
Mexico,
has
huh?
affiliation with Ducks, I very much appreciate your name.
Somebody said Nevada. It is not Nevada. And it is not Mexico, I think.
I wouldn't bet on it.
It's an improved version of Mexico. New Mexico.
Alright, this is this last question for this block of questions. Alright. I don't know if this one's hard or not. Question 5. Oh, here we go. We just gave away this answer, too. Who voices both Barney and the G-Man in Half-Life 1?
Oops.
Can we give them a hint? Again.
Sure, it's not me. I was a bit too young in 1997 or 98.
Barely into our
Ha-
40s.
God,
you
how?
haven't
Wait,
always-
how old? What? Wait, how old was I? I was at least 17. Yeah, I was 17 back in 98 or 97.
The answer is Mike Shapiro, or Michael Shapiro, and Pith27 got it.
Congratulations.
Congrats!
No, actually, I probably
You've
was
been
younger.
paying
than-
attention to the stream.
Yes. We would have accepted Leonardo DiCaprio as a second answer.
I like people spamming Kevin in chat.
Sorry, sir, I got to stay at my post.
Alright.
Oh man.
I'm gonna go back into the game. I'm not looking forward to it, but because I'm
Hey,
gonna,
it's not
I'm gonna get my butt kicked, man.
This stack is not meant for this many people.
Oh god, there's a rock that's not clipping properly into the. I can see under these. There's like no clipping. Ah, two bugs. Triggered.
Is that by that little metal bridge thing?
Yeah, it's just above that.
Yeah.
There's so many people going to get fired after today's live stream. I hope you've got your firing.
People will
hand,
have to
Kevin.
answer for this.
I think it should be
No.
pointed out that Kevin fires everyone because he sounds good when he does it.
No, I only fire Chan constantly. Come on.
That's true.
You're in charge of firing everybody else.
Kevin's the official John kicker. John, if you watch this in the future.
Wasn't he
Oh,
supposed to be
Victoria
here
joined us.
too?
Higher.
Hi, Victoria. Hope you're
Hi,
feeling better.
Victoria.
Nice.
Victoria.
Like she's watching.
Is that our Victoria?
Hi, Victoria.
Hi, Victoria.
Star, I think you need to check your
feeling
trigger
alright?
privilege.
Sean is currently out of town. He's traveling for the holidays.
Oh dang.
I don't know when
Alright.
he'll be back.
Chat, if you have any questions for the developers, once again, we are done with that initial set of questions. There'll be more keys to win.
Woo!
Killed a whole bunch of people.
I saw a leg go flying in there. Great.
Here's a question. Do you guys do the recording in a professional studio or an office or similar setting?
I recorded my bedroom closet. Next question.
Yes.
That's
I
not
think-
actually a joke, he really does.
Mike. I can't speak for Mike, but I think Mike
Mike
is
also...
Mike.
Mike's
Oh, Mike Czar. Sorry. I don't know about Mike Hillard, but I know Mike Czar. I think he has his own.
He's got like his own
How
closet
to-
as well.
Yeah, he has his own closet, but it's like properly padded.
Yeah. My
We
stroke of
hire
luck is
only
I
the
have a
best.
whole bunch of coats behind me, so nothing bounces off the walls when I record.
Yeah,
Yeah,
coats
we
and
hire the best
blankets.
people that can speak.
Now, Mike Hillard, on the other hand, he's been all over the place. He's recorded in a house in Tallahassee. He's recorded in a dorm room over the years, and he's been going back and forth. So,
Hey guys, I've got a question. Is my mic alright, by the way?
Yep.
Yep.
And hello to the live stream. I'm Alex. I'm the founder of LambdaGeneration, and I sort of manage the site and do everything in and out. I got a quick question. A lot of people always ask about the lobby in Black Mesa. That you guys in the Anonymous Materials lobby, you guys kind of changed it. You know, the design's quite different from Half-Life 1's. I mean, what was the inspiration behind that, and what was the thinking behind it?
Who ended up working on that?
I was trying to think. Is it Robert Yang that did the original?
yeah, he did. He did like the original concept for it, and then Anthony Stone, I know, did a lot of cleanup on it. Right, Chris? Something like that.
Something like that.
You guys,
Yeah, one of the things we mention on a lot of these streams is the challenge of taking something with such technical limitation and sort of building it out into the reimagined version. And I think that was like sort of one of the key areas that we really wanted to like hone our skills on that. So it went through a ton of iterations to get to where it was, and actually it went through a pretty recent one with we upgraded some of the monitors in there to make them look more imposing and a cooler area.
yeah,
to
the
enter
desk
into.
as well, right?
I think
Yeah.
Yep.
I'm sorry, I completely phased out that bush, the floating bush. It just,
You only had a trigger once, you had a trigger multiple.
yeah. Oh, you got a mapping terminology in there. I love it.
Hello.
Yeah, but I'm not sure we had any like direct inspiration for what we did with that lobby scene. But
I don't know about where. Yeah.
There was actually
iteration.
one bit. I remember when it was being designed. I believe it was Campaign Junkie.
Yeah, Robert Yang.
Yeah.
Robert Yang.
Yang.
We discussed it at the time. This was a long time. This is like 2006, just before the leak, actually. There was I think it was like the console over it. There was a Resident Evil film or something like that, which had something similar to that. It was like a big hanging down console thing with loads and loads of screens on it. That seems to come to mind every time I see the scene. But I think we've all worked on that. I've done some improvements to Anonymous Materials. Obviously, all the lab whiteboards. I wrote all the whiteboards in that. So that was my biggest contribution to that particular chapter. Lots
I
of
replaced all the
junk
models.
on there.
Speaking of chapters, what is your favorite chapter from Half-Life?
My personal, probably, well, Question of Ethics, oddly enough, is the one which I wanted to do when I did it,
Yeah.
but I really enjoyed that in the original. It's the one which stood out in Half-Life. I played both the PC and the PS2 versions of it, and in both versions, that chapter just, I like the lasers. I love the lasers.
I always liked We Got Hostiles just for the combat spaces.
Oh god, there's
I
a,
like
Two
last
knuckles
bit.
thing.
John, there's
Oh,
a piece of
another
grass
one.
sticking out of this cliff face, and it's a completely the wrong angle.
Where? Sorry.
Yeah, I like Last Pit too because of the lighting in it.
Last Pit's lighting, I like I'm a nerd when it comes to this. I like studying like lighting in video games, and I really liked Last Pit's.
Which bit in particular?
The opening tunnel.
That's mine. I did that.
Yeah,
Hooray!
good.
You
get-
like something
get-
I did. I get a prize.
You
Oh,
get
yeah,
an
the,
8 plus. You
stuff
get a
with the
gold
grating
star
lighting.
from me for whatever that's worth.
Yeah, the grating lighting is done with like 0.3 unit thick block lights, loads and loads of them in a grid. It's ridiculous. It's a good job they don't count towards visibility calculations, or you'd have never got the map. You just wouldn't have compiled. Yeah, I did the first level of Blast Pit, and Dan Junick did the rest of it. I got sort of
the whole
opted into it.
Interestingly enough, like in terms of the overall design, that's the one chapter that kind of didn't go through as many iterations, isn't it? Because
we just got it right the first time, Kevin. That's why.
Yeah, we always
the silo looks pretty much
I mean,
the same from what I remember. The early shot.
It's really not changed that much. Certainly the optimization.
No, one of the more interesting things about it, when you go into the center of it, you have like the outside of the silo and the inside of the silo. The outside of the silo is completely detached from the inside. When you step into the little mini airlocks, you get teleported to another area of the map. So the inside of the inside silo, if you like, when you're standing outside, it is just a solid block. There's nothing in there. Second, go into an airlock. No, originally it was one map. It was just you walked in and you didn't have the airlocks like opened and you were into the inside. But there were rendering issues and it was just horrible.
There still is. If you no clip out of the map, it will just crash.
Oh yeah, that's why. But
if you look at
it would crash when you were inside the map because the entities were too much overwhelmed it. So we just
if you no clip and look at a certain angle, it'll just crash the game.
I have no idea why Kappa turns into a face. What's Kappa?
Is that a Twitch thing anyway?
It's a Twitch thing, yeah.
Yeah.
Has YouTube gaming been around long enough to have its own Kappa?
I don't think so.
I feel like asking that might actually be a danger.
Kappa. Hello.
Jeff, are you trying to get into the server?
No, my game just crashed, and then apparently it's downloading an update. I don't know what.
Oh, wow, did we push that already? I told them not to push that.
No, we definitely did not push that update.
Which update? We didn't push anything we didn't intend to push, and you didn't see it.
No, there's only a push to the dead branch.
Yeah.
Oh, well then... Weird.
It's
not us then.
No, it's fine. I think I don't know. I think maybe we should give away some more keys. I wonder if wonder if the chat wants some more keys to give away.
Oh, that's my own grenade.
By the way, speaking about the whole lobby thing and stuff, one of the things I really love about the game is that you guys kind of reimagined like all the little details that were really sort of famous about the original Half-Life. And like, I'm a big fan of the original. I mean, obviously running LambdaGeneration stuff, Half-Life is kind of my life. But the thing I love is like you did the doors like from Questionable Ethics and the textures on the walls in the style of Half-Life, so it looks the same, but then you kind of reimagined it and add this extra level of detail. I really like that you kept the same look of things, because when Black Mesa was announced, I was kind of worried that you might end up just using like the doors from Half-Life 2 and stuff. So I think it was I really loved when I played it, and the fact that just the level of detail that actually worked with the original Half-Life and wasn't just going off on a completely different thing. I mean, it felt like, it just felt like a HD version of the facility from Half-Life 1, which it is, but I really love how you reimagined it.
One of the terrible things, if anyone has downloaded the incredibly terrible Alpha Leak, which no one should download, but hey, it's out, is that an awful lot of things we had in our first iterations. One of the reasons why in 2008 we kind of like we were very much up for releasing the game at that point, and then we did a review of it because we're extremely into checking quality of things. We all decided it wasn't up to scratch, and there were a couple of areas which we did actually still use some Half-Life 2 things in, and that's one of the reasons why it didn't go out in 2009. With Questionable Ethics, the amount of different designs for walls which went through, John Dominski. He did some early prototype concepts back in about 2005 for the walls in Crystal Ethics. I basically took the original walls, concepted out a fully 3D version of the texture, and then just went for it and just made it. So it's all brushwork. It's not modelled because that doesn't really work very well in Source, sadly. But the original concepts were even more complicated. But I had to tone it down a bit because otherwise it just wouldn't have worked properly. But yeah, it took most of the prototyping stages we go through take a fair bit of time to do. I mean, I still think we should say a little bit about it, but the prototyping and the concepting stages we're going through with Zen is even more complicated and even more in-depth than the Earthbound section, because obviously it's an alien level.
It's completely different.
It really is. When we say it's completely different, we're not kind of getting away from the general story of Zen at all. We're sticking to that strictly, but we're kind of expanding on it. So we're taking all the things which went right with Zen and getting rid of all the things which went wrong with Zen, which is mostly based on community feedback. So we've been trolling the internet quite a lot, finding what people like and dislike about it. So yeah, when we concept and we go into and we look at something, we say, how is this done in Half-Life and how should we do it so that people recognize it, but it's different and it's our thing. And that's kind of what we're doing with Zen as well. So you might see some areas which you think, well, this wasn't in the original, but actually if you look deeper into it, and I expect at some point we'll explain this in more detail in future updates and future interviews or whatever. We've got a few things which may seem like they're not there, but actually they originally were. So that might be quite an interesting one for real experts on Half-Life. But yeah, we've gone into a lot of planning. I mean, I've got the plans stuck on a notice board on the right-hand side of where I'm sitting right now, because then the whole thing is there, and most people have looked at them and you know, their brains have melted. So that's always a good sign. That's always a good sign.
The entirety of the live stream is just really wishing you had a webcam right now.
That would spoil it.
I really like the fact as well that you did.
Got you, Joe. I got you good.
Yeah, you did.
I really like the fact that you guys did, like, you added extra value and you kind of fixed some of the things that Valve kind of gave no meaning to in the original game. And this map, I guess, is a big example of that, because the original Bounce, I mean, it's just a deathmatch map, which was great, but like you guys went a step further and you added the tram and you added all these little details like the barn, and it kind of gave it a whole new meaning and actually made it like relevant to the facility in some way, if you know what I mean. And the same goes to the other maps as well.
Yeah, this map was designed by Craig Murphy, who's one of the more he's one of the newer level designers on the team. He's
came
got a
on.
good background in
He
Left
came
4
on
Dead.
with me, so he's about a year and a half.
Yeah.
Yeah, you guys probably you guys should probably know that you actually snapped up Craig. Craig was actually gonna write some articles for our site and be part of it, and then you guys came along and took him on with Black Mesa, so he got so busy with that. So
so we ruined your job.
Yeah, no, but Craig, yeah, we know Craig, and yeah, Craig, who made this map, was he's a good friend of the site and stuff. So
yeah, one of the things that I love doing, and most of the people on the team love doing, I think I'd probably go into it a bit more. It's kind of weird like that, but I love putting stories into maps. I mean, if we rotate back to Crossfire, I'd love to go into the general gist of it. When I blocked the map out about a year ago,
how would I miss him?
One of the things that I was looking at was trying to actually give it a place in the Half-Life universe, because originally Crossfire felt a little detached.
yeah, that's exactly what I was talking about.
But now the story, as I say, I'll do it when we get back to Crossfire, when we're not on Bounce. Otherwise, it's difficult to do it out of context. But just going into the actual storylines of each map. This one, for example, it's got a mine. It's got some cave paintings, a little Easter egg, which kind of says this area was used beforehand, and as you say, the tram system which goes through it. There's quite a lot of interesting little storylines, little what we call environmental storylines, which we try to put in the main game almost everywhere, such as you'll see a janitor's door with some bloody footsteps leading away from it, and you can get a kind of a snapshot, little story as to what might have happened to the janitor. Nothing good of bloody footsteps, but
or maybe
we
he
tried
did
to
something
put
to
that
something
everywhere.
else.
The one which I loved the most, this little storyline. I've got a friend who he's not really into religion or anything like that. So I'm sure he would love the idea. I thought of me giving him an office with a Bible on the desk. And then the crazy thing is, I tried to put the story that he'd been shot by all these soldiers and he had like 12 bullet holes behind him, and somebody said, "Oh, he's committed suicide." I'm not quite sure how they inferred that he shot himself in the head 12 times, but you know, it's story. Yeah. It's those little things. I really enjoy putting those into the game. But yeah. So when we get back to Crossbar, I'll point out roughly what the purpose is, the storylines. Oh yeah. That's the whole key to environmental storytelling is that you give them the start of it and let them fill in the blanks. It's kind of like with the ARG, why the pizzas are left everywhere. We haven't said why the pizzas are left everywhere. We leave that up to the person playing it. That's why it's a mystery. And it's the same with the storytelling. It gets you to look at it and think, "Oh, why is this happening? What's happened here? Why is this like this?" So yeah, one of the things is to say we really like doing is actually having the community fill the gaps in, because then it becomes their game rather than just our game, and that makes it a whole more personal feel to it.
No, it's gas.
No, it's Gasworks.
Yeah, I think it's Gasworks, Stockyard, Lambda Bucket. I think.
And we're not allowed to give any hints this time.
It's not Sean Bean. Legal stuff, etc., etc., etc. Boring stuff.
4, 3.
What kind of casserole?
Oh. Dun, dun, dun.
I don't
Head
actually
crab.
know.
Only
Head crab
Magnuson
casserole.
knows.
And no, we're not putting Magnuson in the game.
Nope. It's implied, but not shown.
Yeah, we won't be putting any characters that were not included in Half-Life 1 into the game. Other than, I think Eli was the only one we kind of did. He was.
Well, technically, there was a black scientist there, so.
Well, yeah, but he wasn't technically Eli until we kind of changed it to the Half-Life 2 model for better.
Well, Layla also said, you know, if Eli was going to be anywhere, he was going to be where that black scientist was.
Yep.
It makes sense to be with
the hell's-
Kleiner, so.
Yeah.
That was
Yeah.
But it's not directly the character because obviously the model's different. It's something we inferred and we decided. We made an executive decision that yes, this is Eli. Deal with it.
Yeah, and also the thing you gotta take into account is Half-Life 2 has sort of this slight retroactive continuity thing going on with it.
Yeah.
Like I've always said, like I compare it to someone with big Coke glasses. You know, they can make out the big details, but the small details are sketchy.
Ooh, it's a good question.
The only asshole-ish hint I'll give is it was during a time in which I did not have gray hair.
So that was what,
So
20 years
never.
ago?
Yeah, something like that.
JP was so happy with his cargo containers, wasn't he? I seem to remember.
Oh god, that's good.
I completely missed what the question was because I was talking to someone.
What year?
Oh.
I forgot about that.
we will give you a hint. They reused the music in the game.
Oh.
Thank you for the towel, Kevin.
Through there was like a metal thing.
You're welcome, you shit.
You know what this map needs? Moon rays.
Okay.
That's what it needs.
I was going to say graphics, but but Sean might be listening. So
Guys,
If
when
you-
year
if
did
Russell
the
was
first
doing
Black Mesa trailer come out?
Is that a question to us now?
just
No.
name every single year since 1900 and keep going, and eventually someone will get the right answer.
I have it listed down as, and nobody's getting it. Wait, somebody might have just gotten it.
I was to say, there's not really too many years within that time frame
Nope.
that it could be, so that's kind of.
We want it down to the hour.
Jason Forrester said 2005. But I'm trying to think, is it 2000? No, it's 2005. So, Jason Forrester got that one correct.
Congratulations, Jason.
He also did not guess every single year. But that would have been the proven strategy.
Here's looking at you, kid.
Alright. So that question with the spelling typo, we're going to get rid of that. And now move on to question 8. What is the first alien encountered by Gordon Freeman in Half-Life 1? FBDSG, you won the casserole key. You have a great username, by the way.
How do you pronounce it?
Clearly.
Portal
How about a
Orange
sticker?
got the answer to this question. Head crab, of course.
Paul, you can't win this because you've already got a free copy. Haha.
Alright.
I've almost got a good trivia question. That not a lot of people know the answer to it. I'm wondering if I should even offer it.
He did say alien, not illegal alien.
Question 9. And this is kind of a more Gearbox expansion pack kind of question. What is one physical ability that Adrian Shepard has that no other playable Half-Life characters have? What is the one thing that he can do that the other Half-Life characters cannot?
It can only be one thing.
One thing and one alone.
And I'm gonna say right off the bat, it's not night vision. This is something physically. And now,
Wait, you don't have physical night vision?
not naturally.
Loser.
Man, have I been? I must be really special. Oh man, I just missed.
Ooh, ooh.
Special as a snowflake.
My name is Frozen.
Mm-hmm.
Here we go. Here we go. And the first person to get rope climbing was Aaron Mullen. Congrats, Aaron. Remember, it was such a I wasn't too crazy about the rope climbing in opposing force, but it was alright, I guess.
At least you could swing with the rope.
Yeah, but I'm like, but if you're looking at it in terms of like, you guys could have just put like a ladder here or something. I don't know.
But that
that's
wouldn't
not
be gimmicky
exciting.
enough.
But like,
It's not a gimmick. It's not gimmicky enough.
I think it was a Randy Pitchford light bulb moment.
Rope's not good on Groslars, basically. Moving on to question 10, the last question for the key. Remember, again, because I'm still seeing people answer the other question. You're only eligible if you say your question answer after we give the go-ahead in the chat, which will just type in answer. So, wait for that.
The reason for that, by the way, is because of stream delays and stuff. We just want to make it fair for everyone to see the question, because some people are slightly behind, with lag and stuff. So
Yeah. All right, last question. What was the name of the game that Valve canceled during Half-Life? What was the name of the game that Valve canceled while Half-Life 1's development picked up? Now we're gonna wait a couple seconds here.
The answer isn't Half-Life 3.
Ricochet 2.
It was Team Fortress Classic. No.
Definitely wasn't TFC. I know a thing or two about TF2.
It should have been. It should have been a Half-Life source, but whatever.
Nothing good though, Joe.
Nope.
You could say that your last job, TF2. Was
Don't you dare! Don't
was
you!
the end of the line
Ah!
of your career.
Oh. Oh. Oh.
You kind of.
If you ever wanted to experience what an aneurysm is on air, then that's it.
Now, career into the ground with it.
Back to the question at hand. The answer was Prospero. And the person who got that was Official Captain Ben, or Official Captain Ben. So, congrats. And, that's it for keys.
Oh, but wait a second.
Is it?
It is not. We're gonna throw out 5 more random keys.
Alright, just in the chat.
Yeah, five more keys, but you got to come up with really difficult questions.
I've got one. Kind of.
What is it, Kevin?
We got 5 minutes.
All right. Who voiced the HEV in Black Mesa?
Oh, good question.
That was a very good question.
I know the question's answer.
Were you to say I know the question?
I know the question's answer.
Yes.
I
not
get
going
to have a
tell you.
free copy. Why did he put that skybox such a long way away from the map?
Because he wanted to, Christopher.
I will give.
asking for a
We need to tighten
Jeff,
up
if you want to see,
on level 2.
find out who the first person who answers that question.
I won't be able to put the questions on screen, but I'll just say them.
No, it was not Sean Bean.
We can't have Sean Bean because he gets killed in everything he goes into, so
Bobby.
that would ruin.
Sharpie.
See, no one's
Well,
getting this,
Sean
Kevin.
Bean-
Kevin, this is just me.
lives near me.
I know. That's why. Oh, you wanted a difficult
so-
question there.
Someone got it.
It's not a lady.
Someone got it.
I'm just gonna say that.
I think is Casey Killer the first person who got it?
Yep. Yeah, looks
Yeah,
like
it was. Casey Killer is correct. The voice of the...
Kevin is in fact a woman in real life. Just has a really deep voice and a beard.
Yes, it was me.
No, it was Kevin. So, Casey Killer, I will get you a key, and then I think I'll just throw 5 more keys into chat.
Okay. And you'll
If
handle
that is okay with you.
That is
Nope.
terrific.
No, I want more questions.
So yes,
too
I
bad.
was faced with the arduous task of recreating the HEV voice.
Just write
And
down the
I-
sites for people to solve for the next one.
HEV voice, just like the G-Man's voice, is not an easy thing to do.
Oh, that took you a lot of iteration.
Yeah, it did take a... Well, it wasn't as bad as the G-Man. It's just... The G-Man is a much different creature than the HEV voice.
Well, don't
What I
give
would-
away who and what he is, Kevin. Grief.
No, I mean in terms of the difficulty, though.
Oh, difficulty. Yes.
Yeah.
We don't want to spoil Half-Life 3 for him.
No, we didn't.
Also, Joe, with the questions, with the people who've answered the questions correct, we're gonna contact people via direct message after this is over.
Okay.
So whoever just won, then if you just pass that key on to us, and we'll
Yeah,
go.
I'll send it to you in an email. But I'm going to throw out. I'm just going to throw out 5 more random keys into chat sporadically. But I am going to be removing a. I think I'll use a number. I'm going to be removing a number from it, and you'll have to go through.
Probably
this.
easier than letter.
Yeah, well, a letter would take a while. I'm not that mean. But I'll go through and I'm going to remove a number from the key. I will replace it with an asterisk, a little star, and so you'll have to go through.
Remove a double-digit number.
Oh no! I will be a merciful god. So I'm going to go through here and I'll just start tossing out keys because by the time I send this in, works. So I'm just going to.
Don't toss out too many. I've got to eat next week.
Oh, sorry. Fine. Okay, so
you should be.
1.
My kids is in my babies needs to eat.
Yep.
Mark these off. Ah, no, not the last one.
Press that.
This is so nice that I'm not actually streaming right now, so I can think of all this. And no fair taking the key and then changing one of the letters to screw people up.
Is somebody actually doing that in chat? Is that what I'm seeing right now?
I saw some people.
That
but
is
I
so
didn't really-
messed up,
Don't do
dude.
that, man. I don't think someone is. Now that I'm looking at
I think
it.
they just copied the same thing. I don't think it's different.
Yeah, it looks like the same one. Gizmo, you're fine. I'm not yelling at you. I have seen it happen though in previous events.
You know I'm getting all these.
I'm so
so-
very disappointed.
There's,
I'm going to start
the
selling
next
bootleg
key I'm
copies.
putting in has a string of 5 numbers. I'm so tempted to just remove all the asterisks. Or remove all the numbers, but I'm
Ooh, here's an interesting question. We record G-Man lines for multiplayer.
Pass.
Some domination. What would you write
I
for
haven't-
him? That's the question, you know?
Yeah,
There'll
that's
be a lot
the
of
problem.
pauses.
I'm not sure that's even worth exploring. Yeah, I mean, the most I could probably do is like,
Is that a kill streak? So pleased with it.
How would
or
you...
yes. Just like
Double kill.
Alright, and that's all 5. So those have been handed out. And I will get you a key. I'll send you a key after this.
4, 3, 2, 1.
Alright,
Outside of the bunker.
nice. Woo! Okay, yeah. That's 10
Okay,
keys, plus the 5, plus the 1.
One more, so 16 technically.
Oy, oy, oy.
God, the cube map in this area.
Which area?
I just keep looking at bugs which I need to fix. Or
Well,
rather,
tell
I
me
need
the
to tell
bugs
John
you
to
find.
fix.
I'll fix them in Lambda Bunker.
in that case, don't take the vents.
Yeah, don't take the vents.
Oh, the vents. Okay, the vents.
The shiny,
vents,
shiny
the
vents.
vents were the problem, child. I couldn't
You
get
just
them.
stick the cube map in a black box. It'll be fine.
But then that's not fun.
No ifs, ands, or buts. Just do it. Do what you must.
I'm gonna stick a cube map in a box and surround it with pictures of kittens, and I'll put it in that.
No, pizzas.
I actually know someone who did that once on a TF2 map. That was.
I mean, you'll find pizzas pretty much in every map somewhere. We've hidden pizzas everywhere, just for the sake of. I mean, there's a pizza somewhere in Crossfire. I'm pretty sure.
Is there a boat in Crossfire?
There is a boat in Crossfire.
Yes.
Yeah, we moved it from the really
there
rubbish
is.
place that it was placed there by somebody else, and we put it in a good place.
I was gonna move it.
Is there another one? I don't know if there was another one.
No, there was only.
I deleted
LG
the boats
But
when I did the rest of the map, basically. It's my map.
I know there's one in.
It's my
Ah,
map.
the
I
boat.
put the boat where I want to put the boat.
Actually, I don't think you did it. I didn't check, but the one place I was going to move it was the
person who actually placed the boats, but I know where it is.
Yeah.
Because it's not good at hiding things.
Do you want to go over the story about the boats? 'Cause I think I heard this earlier, but I don't think this particular stream chat has.
Oh no. The boats are a complete mystery. I haven't got a clue why the boats are there.
They just are.
They're just a thing.
I know
the boat story.
I've heard you say the boat story.
I did not start the boat though. That was
I mean,
I'm not gonna claim it.
there could be some link to the Ark, but that'd be cruel because if there isn't a link to the Ark, then people are looking at it and it's like this massive red herring. But I'm not going to say it's not, because that way it gets people doing stuff.
So Chris, are you telling me to tell the story of the boats or no?
It's up to you. I don't mind.
Don't make me question my sanity, man. I heard the boat story.
No, there's no boat story.
Oh, did you?
It's all in your head.
Yeah, but did you hear?
It's all a figment of your imagination.
The boat story.
I heard a boat story about a boat.
No, so the story about the boats.
The boat was a mapper.
Yeah, so it was originally, I believe, if I remember correctly,
Chon?
It was Chon, yeah, put a boat underwater in Gasworks.
Yep.
And another one of the level designers was rather upset by this.
We did something on it. It was a bit stupid putting a boat in a place.
It was kind of silly. You would think it would be kind of silly putting a boat there, and it was just like why would you put
the cuber?
And
Are you triggered?
and so and so to kind of spite this person, they moved the boat and hid it somewhere else, and then all the other designers started hiding boats in other places. And I think the next one to get it was Stockyard. The next map to get the boat treatment was Stockyard, and hit it under the nose of the person who was upset by this. And they didn't realize it until actually after they released, I think, is when he finally realized, like, holy crap, there's a boat. So basically, the boats are in the game just to annoy one of the other level designers, just because we thought it was funny. And then it just became a thing.
Are they still working on the project?
Yes. So I like to think that the Lambda Bunker boat is the second best hidden boat. Potentially third now with Crossfire, because I haven't found the Crossfire one yet. Because the sub-transit one is the best.
No looking into VMF.
I'm not gonna look. But I personally, I think the sub-transit boat is the best, is the most hidden, without knowing where the Crossfire one is. So that's my story on that.
There's utter chaos in here right now. I love it.
I want to put the snarks back.
Joy.
I miss Lambda Bunker being like the snark map. But though,
We have 10 minutes remaining.
is there any other? I can't remember if there's any other multiplayer eggs that we've hidden.
Probably just beat. And my creepy message leads from the lie.
I normally put my sign everywhere.
Yep. If I've touched a map in some inappropriate way, then I usually put my mark somewhere. It's either a pizza is a lie, a questionable ethics lobby symbol, or a pizza box. If I've worked on it, so you'll probably find one in every single map, which kind of spoils the effect. But it was a lot more unique before.
I got some VMFs to look at tonight.
No looking at VMFs.
Cheater.
No.
You can note.
No, shit.
Awkward So Ryan's corner. I'm just gonna answer this because it is a funny question. Do any of us drink coffee?
I'm not entirely sure I drink anything else at the moment, other than copious amounts of tea.
Wait,
I got a keg.
You're British. You drink tea, right?
I drink coffee, my dear.
I don't drink.
I don't know. I don't know if that's probably the most British thing I've heard you say. No, I drink
currently
coffee, my
drinking
dear.
some soda.
It's from a Sting song. It's a never mind.
I'm currently consuming copious amounts of soda.
No, I drink coffee every day, maybe one or two, tea occasionally, kegs of beer if I'm not drinking coffee, because kegs. Well, that's just because kegs, to be honest. I could probably go for a coffee, actually. It's almost 11 o'clock at night. It's coffee time.
I'm doing the do.
You addict.
No, I can quit any time I want.
No, you're an addict.
I like snacks as well. Snacks and coffee.
Here's a question: does anybody own a Crowbar IRL?
Yes, sure.
Technically, yes.
Not after the incident. I had to get rid of all my weapons.
Including the
Don't
better
talk
ones.
about that.
Well, you got to train in case of a zombie apocalypse. So crowbars are very useful things.
Yeah, my brother found a
Don't talk
crowbar
about-
walking home from school one day, and he just decided to take it. It's not painted red, but
He
it
was,
eventually.
he was the chosen one.
You can't find the red ones. They're just all
Actually,
yellow
that
or
crowbar, that crowbar was actually the basis for me making the new crowbar model to begin with.
Oh.
blue. Okay,
The
here's...
fork-
The best fan art of Black Mesa you
Yeah.
can see.
I was gonna ask that. There've been some cool ones.
Well, oddly enough, my favourite, one of my favourite pieces of fan art was somebody's concept for something we're kind of using as a basis for something else in the game. It was that good. I think it won the competition some time ago. I think we asked for somebody to do Zen concept stuff, and my favourite piece, I'm currently using it as inspiration for something. So it was a picture of a mining platform in Zen. I really like that one. I can't remember the name of it now though. It's buried away in my Zen folder. Yeah, the Zen folder which nobody else gets to see.
Anybody, any
No one wants to go in. It's a deep,
No one
dark
wants to go in.
dungeon no one will ever escape from.
any good SFMs you guys seen? Source filmmaker.
Oh, there are some amazing ones. I think we've got one
Gorgeous
linked. No, I'm not sure about Gorgeous Freeman. We've got on our...
Gorgeous Freeman, episode 2 is my favorite.
Oh,
I love the fact that you're in that.
and there's on our site we've got like a thing for people using assets for Source Filmmaker. Our video policy page. That's got one of my favourite. It's a head crab drinking a cup of tea with the top hat reading paper. And you just see zombie going past and
Oh yeah.
it's just
Taking head.
plebs.
What is the world coming to?
Yep.
Uncivilized
That's-
zombies.
And the other one is where he's trying to be a human and he's typing away on the computer and flies off. So yeah, there's some really good ones. And naturally the questionable ethics lobby one where the head crab joins in with the magnum is excellent. But yeah, I love those ones.
There's also that GIF where Kleiner spinning around the head crab.
Yeah.
That's a good one.
I think my favorite Black Mesa SFM is as bad as it sounds. It's our trailer for the Steam release, and it's the only section where it's actually going into Black Mesa.
Yeah, that does sound like self-publicising there, but
Yeah.
Joe, we don't do self-publicisation.
Yeah. Sorry.
Yeah.
I'm a horrible person.
Was that the VHS one?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. On a real VHS too.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, Mike Hill had put it through some tape decks because he's the only person on the team who still has VHS because the rest of us have moved on. But
Yeah, I'm still on DVD.
even I've got rid of my VHS collection, which has freed up a lot of shelves.
Still got Star Wars on VHS.
That's because
yeah.
you don't like that's because you don't like the digitally remastered version.
It's actually, I don't think it's the original 70s, I think it's the 90s. Right.
Even though I think I should make this public that John's favourite Star Wars episode is Episode 1 because he really likes Jar Jar Binks.
I've actually been watching I've been watching one of the remakes today.
Please tell me they made Jar Jar officially a Sith Lord because that's the only version
They
of
haven't,
Jar
but
Jar
they,
you've never.
it's interesting, the guy went and, instead of Jar Jar and all the Gungans speaking in basic, they're speaking in a language, so they're not basic, it's kind of interesting. Getting nerdy there.
My favorite part of the new Star Wars movie was when Jar Jar Binks appeared to be a Sith Lord.
Yeah, it's the only version of Jar Jar that ever wants to be put out
It
again.
makes so much sense, and it just makes it so better.
Yeah. So you heard it here, Jar Jar is in fact a Sith Lord. Confirmed by us.
Black Mesa approved.
Yep.
If the chat doesn't have any more questions, and you guys are feeling ready to wrap this up, because I know some people are eager to get their keys, which is fair enough.
Yeah, that's cool.
So we get
So-
dancing.
Let's do a last call for questions, and then get you guys out of here, because it's a Sunday, dude. It's a football
They're all
Sunday.
talking about video format.
Football Sundays ended about 3 hours ago. Oh man, why do I have some...
That is very unfortunate.
Suddenly I have a bajillion Twitter notifications.
Yeah, and well, we have a chance thanks to you guys for doing this for us. And it's been good working with you guys.
Yeah, if you haven't checked it out yet, this morning, LambdaGeneration, we gave, I think we got the word this properly.
We did the interview with Sean about Service Engine Uncut, who is John was up here.
We know a lot of people. I think Surface Engine Uncut is like the third most asked thing about. Third most asked.
I have no idea what the number was.
The interview. That I read through that. I just wanted to point out there's one or two minor inaccuracies in what John wrote, but that's mostly because he's a slightly newer team member and doesn't quite know all the details about the past. So don't worry about that.
For another article.
For another article one day.
So if you're interested, I know a lot of people have been asking about what's going to happen with Surface Engine Uncut and On a Rail Uncut. I would go check out the article that LambdaGeneration put up this morning. It is up and probably front and center on your page. Or...
That is LambdaGeneration.com. Of course, the URL is in the top left. They've been watching it feverishly for the last 2 hours. We'll also be doing a 60 seconds of Lambda episode about that. For those people who like getting their content that way.
Quick shot in the arm.
In a little bite-size format.
Not good enough. I want a minute and a half.
Also,
90 seconds of Lambda.
This is a public announcement. If I make a brand new episode of 60 Seconds of Lambda and anybody notices that it goes over like 2 seconds, that person will get a free sub from me.
Well, see, now I have to watch.
Yeah.
Chicken and bacon sub.
That's
I want a Subway now.
That is an official guarantee. We'll let this map play out and then clip it off.
30 seconds!
So, last chance to own me, basically.
One guy with the towel cannon, I will destroy you.
I should just point out that I've not played a single match in this entire thing because obviously, had I been playing, nobody would have won. So that's the obvious official reason.
I'm too laggy to play. I checked my thing a couple of minutes ago.
Please don't go in there. Thank you for killing him before he went into the shiny, horrible tunnel of doom.
Ah!
It's triggering me right now.
I will fix that tomorrow, Chris.
You had best.
I love these end of the match lines. They're so great.
Those are great.
I got congratulations. You lost.
Congratulations, you lost.
Mike Hillard, he's got
Can we
such an
change that
impeccable
to
sense
you
of
saying
timing.
at the end of it? Because, Kevin.
Well, if it was going to be that, then I would be the one resetting the lines. Ooh,
Ah.
stockyard.
All right.
We
So
can't
Stockyard.
replace the head crabs with kittens. Sorry, Star,
Or vineyard.
because it wouldn't be canon.
Who got the last heat?
Or vineyard cannon.
Damn.
I handed out all 5.
Yeah.
Oh wait, did I hand out all 5, or am I actually?
Of the official ones, it was Captain such and such.
I think I did accidentally not hand out one. Well, if I did, then
The last question was, what was the last question by Arkin Tom?
let's make this one legit. Okay, there it is. There. Maybe I missed that
How
one.
much wood could
Oh,
woodchuck chuck? Woodchuck could chuck wood.
He wouldn't, because it's woodchuck and they can't chuck wood because it's too heavy.
oh, maybe I did. I don't know. Whatever. I might have accidentally handed out 6. Sorry, Chris. You might be going hungry this week.
Oh no, not again. I'm down to my last pack of 5 Snickers.
Hold up. I'm
Sorry,
just
no, I've got another 3.
I'm customizing my Gmod, my G-Man player model here.
Wait. Are those the bite-sized Snickers or like the king size?
They're all bite-sized Snickers now because of shrinkage, or shrinkflation as they call it. They've made all the Snickers bars really tiny. It's really upsetting.
It's triggering, isn't it?
It is. I think everyone in the stream should go and complain to Mars and just point out that their Snickers bars are too small, because I remember when Snickers bars were like 3 centimeters longer.
Yeah, man. Remember when Fun Size was Fun
Back
Size?
when they were called marathon bars.
Yeah, but back when fun size was fun size, we were all like 5.
Fun.
So I mean, it was like, oh,
They
that's what I'm saying.
Didn't one of them say that it's because we remember these chocolate bars from when we were small? It was Wagon Wheels. When they said Wagon Wheels, I got small.
No,
I said, no. No, they were the same. It's just that when you last had a Wagon Wheel, you were really small, so they felt bigger. It's like, you liar. They're small.
They've just been slowly, incrementally changing the size.
But no,
You wouldn't
these
notice.
are the shrinkflation varieties.
Like that.
These are the real issues we face.
They are. These are first world problems that need to be fixed. Not that I'm saying that they're not important, because, Snickers.
Let's
I
see.
take my snacks very seriously.
Someone wants a shout out. Shout out to Redacted Gamers friends John and Alan.
Sure. Hi, John. Hi, Alan.
The Garg is asking, are there any
Hello, John.
other
Hello, Alan.
projects that the Crowbar Collective is working on?
There are a lot of personal projects, but Crowbar Collective is solely focused on Black Mesa.
Yeah.
Also, guys, I'm going to start giving out the keys now to all the winners, just for everyone in the live stream. So,
Alex, I'm emailing you the key, an extra key.
we're going to send them out via your YouTube username. So make sure everyone's logged
Alex,
in.
did you get those? Because I have them all up in separate tabs.
I'll see you in a sec. Just give it a sec.
You should just be grateful I didn't send you chocolates for Christmas stuff.
Like I'm having conversations with someone who nobody has any idea.
So, who is the star person? Is this someone we should know?
Yeah, she's in the chat. She's chatting. She's asking questions inappropriately and dissing chocolate.
I tried to post a GIF and it wouldn't let me. I'm so disappointed.
Yeah, I'm okay with this chocolate. I don't like chocolate.
And the Paul Bottomley is also the Dr. Bottomley that shoots himself 12 times in the head. I think I should point that out.
Any plans to add in color customization for multiplayer skins?
Oh, that is an interesting question, of which we just took that out, didn't we? Because it was buggy.
Yeah, we prototyped it,
I
and
think
on modern system, it actually adds a lot of trouble because there's actual contrast and stuff in the levels that
Shall
wasn't in Half-Life 1.
Shall I
So,
just add that was actually part of the contributing problems to Crossfire's netlag?
How dark it was.
Oh dear. Yeah, because it was still in there.
Kevin, stop it!
It was the color customization system we got still had a little fragment of code which hadn't been taken out, and it was actually passing that through, so it was causing a little bit of problems as well.
Oh yeah.
So interesting, you should bring it up, but
I miss the
we
days
wouldn't mind.
though of testing multiplayer and running around and killing bright pink.
I should also
EGBs.
point out, to do the color color choosing options, we did try it. We did some interesting multiplayer matches where people had deliciously contrasting colors, and it was so painful to look at. We decided Probably not give you complete free reign anyway, because it looked terrible.
We could do. I think it'd be worth picking. Probably be worth picking out a certain amount of colours.
You can only choose aesthetically pleasing colours. Will be the stipulation I have.
So just every single shade of pink.
If it's not complementary on a colour wheel, you're not having it.
I know I personally would like the color contrast of neon pink, green, and blue.
You're not having it.
I know that is the most stealthy of colors.
Well, the thing is, the other problem with it, you'll get maps where people will colour customise themselves into camouflage patterns and make it harder to spot. You'll get that as well, because you will get people doing that. But I mean, it's mostly from the point that there are some people running around with red and blue.
Hi, Jeff.
Like red and blue.
Yeah.
Oh, I missed.
This guy's asking if you can use saves from the mod version on the standalone version. I'm gonna go ahead and say no.
You can't use saves. In fact, you can't use saves from the last version of the Steam version because of unforeseen consequences to do with the. Yeah, I got a Half-Life thing.
There.
Yeah.
It's a very unfortunate thing that as soon as we touch single player, it just breaks the save. It's really
To be honest with you, the way the save files save things, you're gonna get bugs with the source engine. It does that. It's especially if you change code things. It's less level structure, more code. You have code fixes for various different things it can break. So I mean, if you've loaded into a level and you've got purple textured things and the lighting's all off, chances are what you need to do is to start that level, that chapter over.
Or you got multiplayer hands in single player.
That's something separate we won't talk about here because it's triggering me.
That was fun, man. Bring it back.
Wait. What were the zombie hands?
The zombie hand.
Oh, can I tell a story about this? Because I was the advocate for this.
Go ahead.
Only person on the team.
I'm gonna need therapy after this. Carry on.
Just turn your headset off for a few minutes.
Sure, give me 10 minutes.
So the zombie bug hand was a safe production bug that popped up, and it went around for a while, and kind of became a joke, and I really liked it, and I really wanted to make it so that you could just type in like CL zombie hands 1 or something like that, or like zombie Gordon, and it would give you the zombie hands. But I checked with one of the programmers, and apparently it's really not easy to do that the way our current system is set up. So I did try to do that either via a cheat code for beating the game that we have so far, or like just a basic console command. I think was like my last ditch effort was like, can we just have a console command? So I did try and get the zombie hands back, but it didn't work. So maybe someday they will return. But,
or on the Steam Workshop, which
you do a
or on the Steam Workshop. I would encourage people to make a.
You can do a zombie stalking game mode and have you play the stalking.
Yeah,
I mean, we had a face-hugking attachment where I had the head crab attachment face. We got rid of that as well.
I'm gonna have my zombie hands and my Windows 95 HEV sounds, dude. It's gonna be cool.
Yes.
Ooh, favorite Black Mesa mod on the workshop.
I haven't played too many, but Bravado was really good.
Yeah, Bravado was good. That was one of the first mods. I think that was the first mod we showed off. Maybe the second set of mods. That was a single-player mod. That was really good. There's a new one. There's actually a new single-player one that I saw before Christmas, and you're the creator of, I think it's called, like, Communications Array or something like that. If you are the creator of that, I have downloaded it, and I do want to play it, but I haven't done it yet. I haven't gotten around to it, but there's another one, and it looked good. And, oh dear, we need to fix it.
I mean, I'd love to play some of the mods which are out there, but the amount of bugs that I have to fix that Joe leaves for me is just, I don't have the time.
Oh.
It's all part of my secret plan to make sure he doesn't do it. The workshop's my domain. No, but, where was it? I can't find it now. Yeah, I wish I could figure it out. Wait, there's a Hawaiian shirt scientist mod? How did we miss this?
Oh, speaking of mods, by the way, the limits for mod sizes on the workshop is just gone now, right?
Yes, but that brought some other bugs, which should be fixed soon.
I think there's an update that's going to be a basic version of the fixed workshop.
Yeah.
I
People
think
can go
UI wise.
crazy.
Yeah.
God, I love the attachment rail on that shotgun. Doesn't that look great?
Oh yeah, lots of room for expansion. You could put
Scopes.
laser
We could
sights
put-
on there,
put a laser
scopes,
sight for the scope and
flashlights.
flashlight,
Ah, put
subwoofers.
another shotgun on there, upside down.
You could put-
A literal double barrel shotgun.
Yeah,
Man, I can't find this single player one anymore.
you have to fire it sideways.
Bummer. Because there was a bug, so I was testing. I had to uninstall all the mods. By the way, just a shout out for everyone who's still watching. If you have mods installed, highly recommend that you uninstall all your mods after an update until you know they can fix. Because we had an issue recently with Blast Pit, where a lot of people were reporting that there was an out of bounds bug where you would spawn out of bounds.
That's
We
totally not
should-
my fault. No.
Yeah, we should point out that if there's a problem with a mod that breaks the game, we can't fix it.
Yeah, it's not
Because
really.
you have to request the fix from the mod creator, not us.
I totally didn't break the last step on
You break a lot of things, John, but then you have to fix them anyway, so I let you off.
I know. I give myself more work. It's fine.
That's how he stays around for so long.
Yep.
Oh yeah.
It also keeps him humble.
Forward thinking.
If you can no scope 360 with a shotgun, then you're kind of pro in this game.
Well, can't you do that already? Because you don't have a scope. I mean,
Don't
you could just
tell
pick
them
it
you
up.
can do
Ooh.
it. Don't make it like it's easy.
I believe in everyone, Chris. I'm an optimist.
Okay, we'll do a 720 no scope shot.
Okay, fine.
We'll make that an achievement for multiplayer.
All right, we'll do it.
Then we'll put a scope on the shotgun so people can't actually do it.
I have to do it blindfolded.
Yeah, I am a genius developer that comes up with the greatest ideas for achievement. He's playing on easy mode. Oh no!
Ran right into that one. Oh shit.
Wait, it's easy mode? Dang. Let's fix that. Alright.
Awesome seeing the G-Man holding a towel cannon.
Not a suitcase.
Not a suitcase.
This backpack is better than suitcase.
I mean, it's always a good idea to point out that we make constant tweaks based on feedback we get. That's because it's an early access game. So if you see an update, chances are we fix something that somebody's asked for. But we do have to take into account that we can't fix everything that everybody asks for or asks over and over and over again, because sometimes it's not a priority bug. But we do read as many comments as we can and fix as many bugs as we can.
If you say a bug, and this is what I've been doing specifically with the Crossfire update, amongst many other people on the team, if you say a bug, I personally will go and ask, like, hey, has anyone known this? Or I will try and replicate it myself. And
One of the things we would love to do, and we're aiming to try and get, is a proper public bug tracker again. We may go for something along the lines where the community actually votes for whether or not they think it's a legit bug or just somebody's opinion, and that makes it a lot easier for us to prioritise some of the bugs which we get. Because sometimes you'll get a bug which is really very low priority in comparison to other bugs which come out, game breaker types. So it's not if you don't see something that you really want fixed, it's not because we haven't spotted it or we're ignoring you. It's literally because either we haven't got round to it yet because of other bugs, or it's not as high a priority as some of the other ones. But we don't ignore feedback.
And it should also note there's a lot of bugs that we know about internally that no one else has noticed that we need to fix.
Yeah.
So I know a couple of people have been like there's some people who have been talking about I can't remember what it is right now, but there's a very specific bug, and everyone's like, this needs to be fixed, and it's like, no, but it's not that big.
Yeah.
It's not that big of a thing, so we can't really devote time to it because there's bigger things to deal with.
Right.
I mean, one of the points that's just been pointed out there is that the sandbag's clipping 2 units in. So every sandbag that clips 2 units into a wall, we move it to 3 units. To, send a secret hint about another Half-Life game.
Hey, I made number
As far
3.
as we
Nice.
go.
Cool.
I'm not dead last. There's a reason.
Sub-transit. How about that?
Subtransit is the owner of the second best hidden vote.
I'm surprised nobody's asked why there aren't more types of game mode. I'm quite surprised at that.
Do people want more types of game mode? That's a very good question to ask them.
Do people want more? I mean, at the moment, we've been focusing on getting a solid base game for multiplayer because, to be honest, multiplayer is an entirely separate game from single player. I mean, we've got different values on weapon power and all sorts of different things. So the reason we've been doing deathmatch and team deathmatch purely is because we need to get the basics done solidly first. But we're interested to know, do people want more game modes, want capture the flag, wave defense, that kind of stuff.
Co-op. No.
Co-op? Co-op? Yeah. Yeah, we've discussed it. Sven co-op.
Grant someone over.
It's tricky. I've said this quite a few times with other developers that the trouble is with our game itself. The single player levels don't lend themselves well to traditional co-op. Literally, the design of the levels, the way they're constructed, and the technicalities of it don't lend themselves well. If we did a co-op mode, we'd probably end up having to do something unique, which wasn't just playing through the game from A to B. No, we won't be putting any references.
We can still
to
reuse.
science. We can reuse bits, but we can't use all of it because certain levels are built in such a way that would break co-op. So, yeah. But absolutely no references to Aperture Science because they don't feature in the canon that we're using.
It's our canon, and we're gonna use it.
Although we should point out that the writer of Half-Life says there isn't really a canon, but we're working on the original canon of Half-Life because it makes it easier to keep everything in line for continuity purposes.
I just missed the tram.
That tram.
Buggy tram.
The buggy tram. I remember we had the Dreadnought in for a little while.
I'm running after the tram. It's like
If it wasn't so buggy, I would definitely want to keep the Dreadnought in. Dreadnought was fun.
Who wrote the patch notes for that? Because I remember, the Dreadnought. It was in all caps and stuff.
I think that was me.
Sean.
Or was it me or Sean?
One of you two.
Probably Sean.
I did the Crossfire notes.
That explains a lot.
Well, I added the patch notes.
Oh yeah.
Just for you, Chris.
Thank you for that.
And I was actually a little disappointed that clearly no one here plays TF2. So I slipped in a TF2 reference.
Who plays TF2?
I slipped a TF2 patch note reference in, and no one picked up on it. And I was very disappointed.
It's good Spanish.
I'm gonna keep doing it.
Recreating Half-Life Decay is a whole barrel of fish. Probably not want to go into, both from a licensing point of view. I'd like to do my own original kind of design than just recreating something. We try not to recreate things if we can help it on Black Mesa.
Alright, well, we've been going for...
Will we do hats? That's a good question.
Oh no.
Oh no, the hats question has come up.
Not the hat question.
The hat question. They will be definitely something we will talk about because we love talking about hats. Don't we, Joe?
Oh, I'm on the train.
And I'm on this team, so you know.
How about some taunts? Yeah.
haunts.
Every hat will be a DLC, and every DLC will be $50.
You have to pay $300
We're joking, by the
to
way,
watch
about
the
the
G-Man
DLC.
do
We are
Gangnam
joking with
Style.
the DLC.
That is confirmed.
Um,
Every character gets their own unique dance. Hand animated.
Clearly, we could do that with the new
There's so many things. There's so many things we'd like to do, but we've got to sit there, discuss it, work out the viability of it.
And a lot of it's like because this isn't the first time someone has actually asked in the past, like, are you going to do cosmetics and hats for
Wow, I just ran
player?
myself over with the train.
And a lot of it is like just the viability of it. Like Chris was saying, like, is it worth doing it, or is there really is it really fine? I'll admittedly say that our multiplayer population isn't very large compared to some other FPS games out on the market right now. And not saying that's bad, but it's like, why would we worry about, like, do we need to make hats for the 30 people who play multiplayer right now?
Hats isn't gonna break the book.
Or they might, so that'd be hilarious.
I suspect that it's mostly because it's an early access title and a lot of people, but also there's a lot of other choice. And when you're in early access, a lot of it's development. Some people just want the finished product.
Yeah, so... But I think...
So don't lose hope on it. Keep playing and see it develop, because you'll be the people who basically built, and you can say later to your grandchildren, yes, I was there, and I helped construct the greatest multiplayer game ever written.
I would say Merchant.
Team Fortress 2.
No, not the... Who's in a cafeteria? Grief.
Oh, sorry, that was me.
You washing dishes there, boy?
Pays the bills.
Okay. This is like my third time trying to do this, but do you guys... We've been going for like 2 hours now. We gave out all the keys. I gotta put those on a list and give them out. Do you guys want to wrap it up?
Yep.
Final message, some words of wisdom.
Oh.
Don't do anything stupid, and if you do it 3 times in a minute after me. Don't actually do anything stupid.
Good grief. Buy the game. There you go. There's a brilliant word of wisdom.
Currently on sale for $52.
Currently on sale.
Or 52%
It's
off.
discounted at the moment, yeah.
$52, man. Bargain.
Still better than something.
It is worth it. It will be worth it in the future. We'll keep going with it. We'll improve it, make it better. It's the way of it. It's been going now. Well, I mean, we've been working on it for the past 50 decades.
You could help make it better by purchasing it in early access and giving feedback.
I mean, I remember Benjamin Franklin looking over it and saying, "This will never happen," and it did. It did. I mean, what did Benjamin Franklin ever do?
I would, and if you want to be kind of give your feedback and kind of be part more of development, go onto our forums.blackmesasource.com. Kind of chat there. We have multiple devs are there looking at it and reading stuff that we might not say anything. We are there. There is our presence. The Steam discussion boards. I've been there I've been going over that for the past couple of weeks, and it's been good stuff there. So. Really, if you want to just be active in a community, make mods. I'm biased towards that, but make mods. And if you think you made something cool, I don't care if it's like a neon green crowbar skin replacement that makes a kissing noise every time you hit somebody. Share it with us.
I was going to go make that now.
I really hope so.
Well, that's the next content update, Joe.
First one to make that gets a key.
Hooray! I'm gonna do it.
So if you make mods, like, share it, tweet at us, post on Facebook, post on the forums, post on the Steam discussions. I'll see it at some point, and we always love seeing those types of things. So I'm done talking now.
We have more Black Mesa coverage on LambdaGeneration.com, of course, and our YouTube channel here. We do a show called 60 Seconds of Lambda, and there's an episode coming out tomorrow about Surface Engine and Cut, but you can read that right now. You can jump ahead of the curve. You can check that out on the website. It'll be right there. But lastly, just again, to reiterate who we are, I've been Jeff from LambdaGeneration, and then the Black Mesa devs.
Yep,
Joe?
I've been Chris Bourne, who's the lead level designer on Black Mesa, and the person designing Zen.
Oh.
Zen.
Shh.
Who's it?
We do not talk about that.
Nobody wants Zen anyway.
Nah, who want that? Anything.
No, don't talk about it.
I found the boat.
Oh, beaten! Oh, beaten!
Sound like Marasmus.
That's what I was about to say.
Nobody plays Sea of 2.
Oh, yeah.
What are you talking about?
Yeah, no one plays that game. Jeez, guys.
So I found the boat in sub-transit.
Oh.
About time, John.
Why don't you go and ruin it for everyone?
Yeah.
It's a good place, isn't it?
Big thanks to everybody in the chat. All those who
10
won.
years, that's optimistic.
One.
We're making this so hard for Jeff. I'm so sorry.
Hey guys, just got out of my time machine. Last time I checked, it was 2008. Yeah, is the game done now? It was coming out in 2009, right? Yeah.
Oh, that's like the only time we've ever put a release date out, and everyone's now got this idea that we put out 30 different release dates and always fail with them. It's just not true. We after the 2009 date, we don't commit to any release dates anymore because we always miss them. So,
Yes.
Otherwise, you know.
Look, you can't blame these guys. They're working on the Source engine. I know it's called the Franken engine, but still, at its heart, it's still Source.
Yeah, I'd like to say it's easier to use than Unreal 4, but it's not.
So, all right.
Yeah.
So wrapping this up, we were playing. What map is this? Subtransit with the tram.
Yeah. Oh, I never got to tell you about Crossfire and the links to Blast Pit. Oh, well, never mind.
Later article.
Maybe another time.
So. Okay. Thank you for joining us. Thank you, devs, especially. Sorry about the technical difficulties.
That's
a problem. Start. Well, you guys didn't experience them. We were. The chat
Oh,
was.
we have plenty of technical difficulties.
So. All right. All right. Well, in famous last words, peace out. Peace out, everybody.
Thanks.
Peace out.